New Zealand, arguably the only country on the planet where birds are the dominant animals. So today, I want to explore some of these birds, living and extinct. I will explore their size, lifespan, reproduction, diet, conservation. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I've got a new video coming out every fortnight. I let you guys decide on the videos. Takahe, scientifically known as Porphyrio hochsteteri, is an incredibly interesting bird as for the longest time it was believed to have actually gone extinct. First evidence of the bird's existence was found in 1847, South Taranaki, North Island of New Zealand. Walter Mantell did the specimen. 1 year later in 1848, described the genus as Taunus, meaning southern bird, even though it was on the North Island, but whatever. Now, this is an account of the extinct North Island Takahe. The currently living South Island Takahe was not actually discovered until ages later, 2 years later to be exact. And a group of sealers counted a relatively large bird, which with their dogs they chased. After killing the bird, the group coincidentally met Walter Mantell, who had collected the fossil of the New Zealand bird known as the North Island Takahe about 2 years prior. Walter Mantell then sent the remains to his father. Father, Gideon Mantell, realized that this was likely the same bird that his son had collected 2 to 3 years prior. Exactly 1 year later in 1851, a second specimen was caught, specifically by the Maori people on Secreti Island. From that point on, 2 more were caught on the South Island by Europeans in unspecific dates during the 19th century. After that, one rabbiter's dog on the eastern side of Lake Te Anau, also caught and killed in 1879. After all of these specimens were collected or killed, not a single individual would be seen for almost 20 years. Though in 1898 there were a few reported sightings of the Takahe on the South Island, hunters and settlers, bird for the longest time was considered extinct as these reports were likely invalid. Although maybe they were onto something. 1948, Jeffrey Orbell led an expedition near Lake Te Anau, where on November 20 he discovered footprints. Bird that had not been seen for 50 years. At the time he didn't know what they were, however around a day later they caught 2 live birds. Instead of killing them like what all the other people who caught them have done in the past, Orbell took pictures of both birds and then released them back near Lake Te Anau. This second on, Takahe was rediscovered and known to still be alive. In a 2023 census, 65 years after their rediscovery, the population was believed to be around 500, compared to the species' all-time low of 118 in 1982. This rediscovery is truly one of remark. It shows that even half a century after a species is believed to be extinct, they can be rediscovered. Takahe is the largest bird native to New Zealand today. Average specimen weighs about 2.5 kilograms, 5.55 pounds. Has a maximum size of around 4.5 kilograms, just shy of 10 pounds. Some specimens can also grow to around 63 centimeters, or about 25 inches. Birds can also live for a relatively long time of around 20 years on average. This size makes this bird around the same weight as a cat. Awesome comparison. This species is a part of the genus Porphyrio. Both the South Island Takahe and the extinct North Island Takahe most closely related to the grey-headed Philippine and Australasian swamp hens. If you want me to talk a little bit more about swamp hens, then go watch my Lord Howe Island video for the subject matter. The only 2 known Takahe species are believed to have split around 1.5 to 4 million years ago. Some comparison, polar bears and grizzly bears only split around 500,000 years ago. North Island Takahe, the other species of Takahe, is believed to have gone extinct sometime after the Maori settled New Zealand, and 1320 AD, meaning that this bird has likely been extinct for at least 700 years. Although there are a couple of reports of Takahe surviving on the North Island, these are highly dubious and unconfirmed, with no sighting being reported later than 1894. Takahe are believed to be monogamous, meaning that they stick stick together for about 12 years to up to their entire lives. Parents will raise 3 eggs at maximum and 1 at minimum. The reason Takahe lay so few eggs for their size, combined with the fact that they lay all their eggs on the ground, is a result of islands, specifically island isolation. Until Europeans brought stoats and feral dogs and rats to New Zealand, the Takahe had no natural predators, aside from maybe the extinct Hasts Eagle, which I'll get to in a moment. Due to a less stressful existence and a lack of predation pressure, birds had no reason to fly, like mainland swamp hens. Though now the Takahe number half a K in terms of individuals, it wasn't always this way. I mentioned earlier in 1982, more than 40 years ago, there were less than 120 individuals left. Despite them being 4 times higher today, numbers are still not out of the woods yet and more protection is required. However, hopefully, we will not lose this amazing bird in the future. It is such an adorable bird. It's also fascinating how evolution turned this bird from a flying, agile bird to a bulky ground dweller. It also shows that some animals can survive undetected by humans nearly half a century. Another absolutely awe-inspiring and fascinating, albeit actually extinct bird, is the well-known Hasts Eagle, Hieridus murai, or at least that's how I think you spell this bird's Latin name. Described in 1871 by Julius von Haas from remains discovered by Canterbury Museum taxidermist Frederick Richardson Fuller in a former marsh. Bird lived on the South Island of New Zealand. Is believed to have diverged from other smaller eagles and raptors anywhere from 2.2 million to 700,000 years ago. This bird was likely the apex predator of New Zealand. It's unlike all other land masses everywhere else. Only land mammals on New Zealand were 3 species of bat. So just a very quick side note. Should really be saying 2 species of bat as one has already gone extinct or is believed to have gone extinct. I haven't checked recently. I forgot the name of this bat, but I believe it went extinct sometime after 1950, or at least it was last seen sometime after 1950. Anyway, back to the relevance of the eagle. This eagle was the largest to have ever lived. This bird weighed 14 kilograms on average, which is nearly double the weight of the largest extant eagle, which barely makes it to 9 kilograms, that being the harpy eagle, South America. Amazingly, or maybe underwhelmingly, this bird actually had a kinda short wingspan for its size. Massive individuals possibly reaching up to 3 meters, though usually never getting larger than 2.6. Both of these sexes were sexually dimorphic, females being roughly 3 kilograms heavier than males. This eagle also had massive talon claws of potentially up to 10 to 11 centimeters. And when put together with the foot, this bird's feet would have likely been bigger than a human hand and possibly a smaller person's foot. And that's just truly incredible. These birds were kinda specialist as they relied heavily on the moa species in New Zealand. It seems if the two had a very strong predator-prey relationship. If these 2 species were still alive today, it's likely we would be witnessing some incredible behaviours, especially when it comes to the moas try to avoid these eagles in the first place. Also, it is absolutely incredible that a bird, 15 kilograms, went after another bird that was 200 kilograms. That's a weight difference of nearly 20-fold. One more fascinating thing about this bird is that even though it is extinct, it hasn't been extinct for very long. To find when the Hasts Eagle went extinct, we have to look at when its prey species, the moa, all went extinct. All 9 moa species disappeared from New Zealand around 1445. In itself isn't actually that long ago. It's only 47 years before the Americas were discovered by Christopher Columbus, 336 years before Oceania was explored by Europeans. It is believed that the Maori New Zealand hunting the moa to extinction caused the Hasts Eagle extinction, indirectly caused by overhunting. Fortunately, by around 1450, these eagles were most likely completely extinct. No matter when it went extinct, this eagle was an incredible animal. If it had just survived for 680 more years, we would have gotten to see it. Alas, we didn't. Can only marvel at the fossils of this creature. What an awesome predator and an awesome addition to the once incredible bird life in New Zealand. The Kakapo, or Striga habroptila, was first formally described by ornithologist Lord Robert Gray in 1845. Although once thought to be related to ground parrots and night parrots of Australia, genetic evidence shows that it is now more closely related to the New Zealand kaka and kea, which are two carnivorous birds that live in the more alpine sections of the islands. The species is one of the largest parrots in the world and is the only flightless parrot. No, its flightlessness is not from its size, but rather, again, the fact that it lives on an island. And a lack of predation pressure meant that they didn't even need to fly. Okay. Now, I'm sorry to kind of cut this episode short, but my timing for this episode's a bit uptight and needs to be out pretty soon. So I'm only able to cover a tiny sample of birds. Just remember, there are 94 endemic species, likely more from fossils. I've only covered 3 of them. Still, just by looking at these 3 birds, you can indeed see that there's a lot of diversity. New Zealand, birds have been massive herbivores, apex predators, ground-dwelling omnivores, and otherworldly animals. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Let's stay at the beginning of the video. Later today, I'm going to release a ballot. You guys can vote for the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as you hopefully enjoy this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.